Whoa guys, everything is left behind. This place completely untouched. The drinks, the alcohol, the animal heads, the taxidermy, the fake plants, the furniture, everything is left behind. So it's crazy, what a location. Hello adventurers, my name is Im. Today we are in the untouched, abandoned hunter's house. This was a hunter's lodge until the owners died, and you know, the history is very interesting. We're gonna get back into that. But as you can tell, everything is left behind. The floor is super rotten. We almost fell through the floor, but it's completely untouched, almost no vandalism. Yeah, it's a top location, so let's take a look. So guys, what I find interesting here is where they used to make fires. You see, it's pretty cool. They have another one of those deer heads and the clock. But what I found most interesting about this whole room is for the heater. There's this old, well, I guess they used to put coals in there or something. I have no idea. Or maybe the sticks for in the fire, I don't know. But it's literally quality stuff. It's like an old boat on there. I'm scared the spider's gonna be in there, but look at that. Look at the detail. That's insane. I'm gonna put this in Google Lens to see from what time this is. Real quick. Because I'm very curious. This is one of those things I really enjoy. Finding 27 euros. That's crazy. See, that's definitely an antique. That's why we don't share this location. Same with that. Round thing over there is probably gonna be water fortune. Over here you see the wine, that's what they were drinking here. It's a shame the head is in quite a bad shape. It's like it's been eaten by animals or something. The clock stopped at 12:30. I can never pronounce that in English. Very cool. Supposedly there's also a basement and a shed. But first we're gonna look what's in that closet over there. Very interesting what's in there. Even those really fancy wine bottles here, it's very cool. I especially like the wine holder, it's very cool. I absolutely love this living room, like you can just see all the stuff still left. The statues, the food, they were eating some soup before this abandoned in the 90s. That's the last meal they had, was some soup, and they were eating some pickles. So the weird thing is they just left, and that's because this was their vacation home. They just came here to hunt. It's in the woods. So they came back home, and something happened when they went back home, and they were planning to return, obviously. They also had a drink that night. See that? Whoa, that is insane. And you can see it's from the 90s. It's that long because here you see that's a carpet. It's completely dissolved, basically. That's how old. So it's really a wonder that this location is still untouched. There's no vandalism. That's why you guys, you know, just reward me with just a sub, guys. We're going for the 100,000 subs. You know, I'm never asking for money, no nothing. I'm not like the other YouTubers. I'm just doing this out of my passion because my health is bad. This is the only way to keep active with my morphine I take. So, you know, guys, that's the least you guys can do, right? For non-profit channel, just support it that way. Place a comment, place a like, maybe. People don't like to do that anymore for some reason. Well, when I started YouTube in 2015, I was one of the first. Everybody supported each other. There's some of the biggest YouTubers now that were friends with me back then. We were talking, you know, not just Josh. There's many more. There's many more that I've been talking to back then. Almost all those big YouTubers you see, that you guys watch, I used to talk with them because that's how we supported each other back in the day. And everything changed, got more popular, you know, if that makes sense. For those smart mouths who are gonna say, "Who, there's still plants in an abandoned, those are fake flowers. I just checked the plastic." Well, I always get those messages, always. People just like to comment on. So you can tell those people love to drink. By the way, I've bumped my head 5 times now against this beautiful old lamp, which is made of real horns and it's sharp. And people used to be smaller back in the day, so I bumped my head a couple of times. But it's beautiful nonetheless. Also, if you guys don't believe me, this floor is bad. I mean, there's holes here everywhere, look. It's completely soft. For here too, there's holes here, see? Under the carpet, so... You know, if you have nerve damage like me, you do not want to fall down here. Because everything hurts on my body, even if I touch my body, I have neuropathy. So falling down here is not a good idea. Like I said, the last meal, yeah, they just had some soup. Very cool soup. Spoons, I guess you can say. It's kind of weird that I'm touching this. Somebody ate some from this before he died. What is that? It's like a fish or something. I think it's a fish. I don't know what this is. Let's go. It's like, it looks like it's like handmade or something. And there's a jar of pickles right there. Pickle Rick. Yeah. It's just chain, yeah. It's quite a small house, but it's just very interesting. Such a time capsule. So guys, like I said, everything is left behind. The beds still how they used to be when an abandoned. The crosses, the religious stuff, the paintings, even the stuffed animals. But what I find the coolest about this abandoned place is there's a bunch of those deer heads and stuff from, you know, from hunting, taxidermy, the abandoned taxidermist house. See, that's one of them. It's just very cool. I find so many of those. This abandoned around the 90s. You can see there's some 90s TV and a radio. Very old, so that's why it's so impressive. This is still untouched, and the reason for that is that this is in the middle of the woods, so people don't really come here unless they know. It's in a small village. I love this old painting of the cow. It looks very Dutch. The cow in the field, the flat field, the flatlands, the lowlands is what they call the Netherlands. Very cool. They must have been Dutch. This must have been their hunting ground. It's easy to find now. We're gonna read some files and then we know for sure. Let's read those files over there, see which language. If it's French, it's gonna be Belgian. But those are just records. They're records. So it's gonna be hard to say. Yeah, see the records. The old record players. That's cool. I would love to have a record player, to be fair. Like the back in fashion. If I had more room in my house, I'd want to get one. Maybe I'll put one on my wish list. You guys, if you want to help me or my cameraman out, check out the wish list, please. I'm a non-profit channel, so I don't ask for anything. No subs or nothing. You know. So I do have that for me and my cameraman. And same with the Patreon. The Patreon is my drivers. I just promote it. But without him I cannot get to those locations, so if you can guys, even if it's just $1, support my cameraman and driver, Dorothy. Talk about my Patreons, here's some art. And one of our Patreons is Sandra Ray. She used to be an art teacher. She knows everything about art, which is very interesting. So this art is by a guy named John Hayes. So she might know who that is. She'll probably leave that in the comments. Very, very cool art. It's kind of hard to see with this light, but there's nothing I can do about it. Look at this old stuffed animal. That's creepy. It's like a polar bear or something. Very cool nonetheless. Oh yeah, you can see they had health problems. There's a heart monitor over there. Something like that. I think it's a heart monitor, maybe for your lungs. So I don't know what that is. I think it's something for your health. Oh, I know what that is. That's an old alarm clock, and you could put your own music in there. It used to be modern back in the days. So you woke up with your own music, your favorite music. That's cool. I'm not gonna lie, that is cool. I've never seen that in an abandoned place. So here's some more art. It's called Josephine Marsh. Looks cool. So there's so much art here. It's very cool. You'd almost think it's an art person that lived here. But nah, it's not. But it's very cool. There's a dark painting over there. I wonder what that's about. Even the closet is just full of stuff, so it's completely untouched. Some Christmas stuff and, you know, lamps, clothes, cloths. So everybody, this was the video. You can see this old 90s TV, which is pretty cool. They used to watch the news here. Who knows, maybe in World War II even. It's very, very old. But I want to thank you guys for watching. Check out we're a non-profit channel, but you can support my buddy, my driver, on his Patreon. You know, without him, we cannot go to those locations. So thanks to him, massive shout out. All the links are in the description, also to my Instagram, my Facebook, my Messenger. We're doing a lot of cool collabs. Soon gonna maybe do a collab with Bob, so definitely check that out. And yeah, love you guys. I'm gonna rest my back now, and see you guys next time. Bye bye.